Hi everyone, Joe Gentili from Saroff Gentili LLP. Hope everyone is well today. And today I want to make a video about some alternatives to mandamus lawsuits, or at least steps you could take in preparation for a mandamus lawsuit. So we've done a lot of videos on mandamus lawsuits and the nuts and bolts of them and the advantages of them and how effective they are. If you're dealing with an immigration delay, without question, the most effective tool that you have is a mandamus lawsuit. It works better than everything else, and there really is no close second. However, not everybody can afford to do a mandamus lawsuit, and sometimes the mandamus lawsuit isn't ripe yet. And so there are things that you can do before it's ripe to try to get the issue resolved, the delay resolved, or to start laying the foundation to build up some useful ammunition for your mandamus lawsuit. So the steps that you can take, before I get there with the steps, one other thing I want to just make sure everybody understands is that for the steps that I'm going to lay out, it's important that you keep documentation that you've taken these steps when you're doing it. The reason for that is because if eventually you do need to file a mandamus lawsuit if these steps don't work, then you're going to want to have as much proof as possible that you made them. Okay. So the first step that you can make is you can make an inquiry to your local congressperson or senator if you live in the United States, or if your beneficiary, your sponsor lives in the United States. So every congressperson's office and senator, as far as I know of, they have a liaison with various government agencies that deal with immigration, like USCIS and the Department of State. And those liaisons can make inquiries and advocate on your behalf if there's a delay and you need help. So in my experience, depending on who your senator or congressperson is, some of them are very cooperative and helpful, some less so. But even for the ones that are cooperative, the effectiveness of this step is limited. There's really only so much that congresspeople and senators can do on this front, or are willing to do on this front. So it's a good step to take. It could help. It doesn't cost anything. So I suggest that you make the step, because there's really no downside to it. So first thing, you make the inquiry to a local senator or congressman. The next thing you can do is you could reach out to the USCIS ombudsman if you're dealing with USCIS. So the ombudsman is an independent office within USCIS that is there to basically help you advocate within the system to help with delays or to get appointments or just general troubleshoot and things like that. They can't force USCIS to do anything. That's not like they're a federal judge. They can't reverse a bad decision that USCIS can make. But it's worth going through and inquiring with them, because if there is some sort of simple misunderstanding, maybe they can help clear it up, or at the very least, again, you're creating a record of trying to help yourself with this. So there's a form you could file to request ombudsman assistance. I believe it's 7001. So you can look that up on the USCIS website. So that's another option that you have. The third option I wanted to describe is to make an e-request. So I'm going to provide a link in the description of this video, but USCIS has a online portal where you can give information. If your case is outside of normal processing times, they give you a form that you could fill out to make an inquiry with them and maybe get some more feedback, and just kind of give them a nudge and just let them know that you're there, you're waiting, you need this to happen. So again, none of these steps are silver bullets. They're not replacements for a mandamus lawsuit. A mandamus lawsuit definitely works better and a higher percentage chance. But if you can't afford a mandamus lawsuit, then these are the next best things that you can do. And if you can do a mandamus lawsuit, but it's just not the right time yet, these are steps that you can take to prepare for when you do file a mandamus lawsuit. So this way you're going forward with the best case possible. Any questions? As always, please feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching, and be well.